first down. It's Haskins. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that. That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 37-yard line. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And it's incomplete.
Haskins' pass thrown away and incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead.
The kick is good.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. He'll drop to throw. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after him early.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A gain of 33 yards.
33 yards that time.
1st down, Chiefs.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now, Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
To number 87.
Travis Kelce, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Harrison Butker on.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with it?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Successful toss play to the right there. It's interesting. Teams seem to run the toss a lot more to the right than to the left.
It's usually a little more natural. Right-handed quarterback, typically your power side running the ball is to the right side with your guard and your tackle. In college football, they used to call student body right because you had everyone on that side, including the fullback, leading. In the pros, they don't call it that, but it's still the same result.
39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
10 at the 22-yard line.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
Operating from the gun. Haskins got an open man, finds Gibson. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Here's Haskins, a quick throw out wide. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. These two teams all tied after 1.
7-7.
From the 5, 2nd and 4. Then he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
Sometimes I need a check, not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step.
Haskins to throw. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
They had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he's going to get this all the way down to Washington's 24-yard line. It's 23-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 40. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. We'll find Gibson here complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right.
And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. A 6-yard touchdown run. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
And he'll bang that one through.
Makes this Washington 17. Chiefs 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. Fourth down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line.
At their own 38-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
7.
On 2nd and 7, Haskins. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double teamed and sometimes triple teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
A tough spot for Haskins in Washington here. 3rd and long after that last sack. Eluding the pressure right. He'll air this out deep for Harmon. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
The kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20.
Their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock. Give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
10 at the 21-yard line.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Airing it deep for... And got his man complete. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done.
To kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Here's Smith to return it. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. 58 for Mike, 58.
Here's Haskins. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. That one caught by Gibson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Haskins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Boom with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Haskins. Got a man. It's Gibson complete. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Haskins going to throw again. he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson in the final seconds of the first half. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squid kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
At their own 25-yard line.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
1st and 10. At their own 26-yard.
I got hope that you sleep with the Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like ain't no poppin' in. Come pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And some room to work. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Montez Sweat able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. So that'll back him up 5. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Chase Young able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's 3rd down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Airing it deep for Fowler. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throwing interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Flushed out right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran on.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. That's caught at the 2. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
Washington 35. Chiefs 14.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
He's crossing. He's checking crossing.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And he's got this one down to the 10. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
10-yard line.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going, and also you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in a mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1.
Whip. Watch the whip. Check, go get him. Go get him. Go get him.
Again, it's Henry. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up first and goal. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. A give to Henry. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Derrick Henry. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Harrison Butker.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Thomas.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot. Up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Brought him down.
What an advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
49-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
The 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Haskins. That is caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
5 more yards.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Haskins. And he'll complete this to Gibson. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He's back to throw here to start the drive. Eluding the pressure right. And going deep for Hill. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it. Unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Airing it deep for Fowler. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Airing it deep for Fowler. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run. It's Henry. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And that'll be complete to the running back, Gibson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Gibson.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A 16-yard touchdown. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. This is brought in by Gibson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unset.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. picked by Kendall Fuller. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Haskins not the most mobile of quarterbacks, but delivering there on the scramble to pick up the first. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Haskins going to try to throw it. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Hopkins with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Troy Apke. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now. And
normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. The intended receiver was Thaddeus Moss. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Going for the deep ball. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Intercepted by the Chiefs. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
One final try from Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Washington, They're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm